Yo, Eric, we're over here on the paranormal hunt, and I headed over to this other building, and it's number 13. What is this someone on? My God.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to Monday, a brand new week, brand new show. We got Ron, we got Anthony, and what's nice to have these two guys on is I could actually go through my archives and pull out some of my videos that maybe I've shown way before, to some video footage where I get two other people's opinions on it. Because like I said, they're pretty good with cameras, they know kind of things. They look at certain things that I don't see, trying to find the fakery to the real. That's not what we're all here for. We're all here to find the truth. We're not here to look for, everything's fake and stuff. No, we're not. But it's good to see, having opinions of other people's opinions. So it's kind of cool to go back to some archives and show these guys, these gentlemen here, some of these videos. And then after I show them some Bigfoot videos, and then we're going to talk a little bit about, does the Bigfoot have special abilities? One of the videos talks about abilities, but I want to hear these guys, their opinions about, is there something extra special about the Bigfoot? The reason why we can't really get him, not get him, like put him in a cage, but see him more easier than what, going out in the woods, just trying to find it. So I'm going to get their opinion. So while we start, I'm going to just start with the Bigfoot intro. Now, of course, we meet that. We meet that Bigfoot in the woods. We're screwed. Okay, now this one, guys, it's a Bigfoot sighting in Michigan, and it happened on a let me see here, a Bigfoot sighting in Michigan live eagle camp. So this supposedly happened on a camp in Michigan, and I know a lot of people in the Bigfoot community have seen this. But the thing is, I don't know your guys' opinion on this Bigfoot footage. So I'm very interested to hear you guys think. Now, supposedly this is like in the middle of the woods where they go hunting, and there's supposed to be nobody back there. But looking at that, is that just a regular person walking? Or hey, here's a couple of possibilities here. Is that a person walking? Is that a Bigfoot? Or is that a dark figure ghost? Got to put that in the mix. I don't think it's a ghost because it's walking like way too much. It would need a lot of energy to do that. But I'm gonna put it on mute. I'll put it back, and then so Ron, when you look at a footage kind of like that, it's supposed to be from Eagle Cam. I can't tell you if it's not, but you think maybe that might be the real deal, or is that a human we're just capturing?
That's where I say, and I know it's not hopeful, where I say 50-50, because you started off by saying like it's a hunting thing over their area or whatever. So it could either be one human or a Bigfoot. The only thing, you see that part right there? Like, did he look back Like, did he look up towards the
let's go back.
nest?
Let's see here.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Because
thinking
if it looked up
person
towards the
looking up,
nest,
looking the nest.
then it was like looking towards the camera. I don't know.
That's what I thought. I thought it was maybe one of the people that set the Eagle cam up. Maybe he's just checking that the nest is still situated in the tree, getting an eye on his equipment.
Yeah. Because if you notice,
And the way he
I
jumped down was like, a person would jump down. You would think a Bigfoot would jump further out.
yeah, and the Bigfoot ones, for some reason, they're always so pixelated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why we're going to talk about abilities after we see some of these videos. Because
take the worst camera on God's green earth and go film Bigfoot with it.
Yeah.
And with cameras now that are out now, you put them out in the woods. What did you think? And I don't know how old that cam is, but if you bought the latest cam for out there, wouldn't you think that right there might be clearer too now? If you bought something now, I don't know how old that one is.
Well, that camera's designed to be focused on the nest, right? So being that it's focused on the nest, it's nice and clear. It's doing its job. God only knows how, if that you zoom in on an object that could be 100+ feet away from the camera. So, you know what I'm saying?
It's the field of view, because like with the aperture, so like Anthony said, it's on the nest. Now, if the person with the camera was up there with the camera and they looked at the Bigfoot, it would blur out the nest and focus on that.
Right.
But the field of view is what gives you the blurry background in photos and all that. Right. So that's why it's real blurry there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if
it's not that great a camera to begin with, because you could look at it.
It's not, and because of that, I would be more likely to say it's probably a human. Probably just caught a human in there. It's more likely.
That would be my best guess.
And of course, we all wish. Of course, that's Bigfoot, but I guess we're never going to know. But I mean, the only thing we can do is make our speculations and take our best shot. One of a channel guy who watches this channel, he has a channel called Journey to the Center, and he puts together like some videos of pictures and stuff, and he does talk about a few abilities in this. So this is more of a video about pictures. So, but let's take a look at these pictures.
You guys ever wonder if Bigfoot tells the other Sasquatches about seeing us and they just don't believe him? It's fun to think about, but with like many other apex predators, by the time you've seen Bigfoot, he's probably already been watching you for a while. Why is this? Well, in addition to almost all sightings occurring in places where the American ape man has the home field advantage, they also have much stronger senses than we do. Now, this is pretty common in the animal kingdom. Compared to the other creatures that we share the planet with, we're really nothing to write home about in terms of sensory perception. The question is, just how does Bigfoot stack up? Well, it's actually a misconception that humans only possess 5 senses. Proprioception, which is the ability to know where your body parts are without looking, and thermoception, which is how we can tell what temperature it is, are just 2 examples. But for this video, I'll stick to the 5 basic ones: touch, taste, hearing, vision, and smell. Well, we know they have touch and taste, but reports of them eating roadkill and straight up walking off bullet wounds suggest that these senses may actually be weaker than ours, or maybe they're just a lot less prone to complaining than we are. The other 3 senses are where it starts to get interesting. There are eyewitnesses who have said that following their sightings of Bigfoot, he was able to track them down miles away, even if they fled by vehicle. This clearly indicates that at least one of these 3 senses is incredibly heightened compared to ours, with most researchers suggesting smell being the cause of their tracking ability. It's even been theorized that one of the reasons Patterson and Gimlin were able to capture their famous footage is because they were on horseback, which allowed them to mask their scent. Other reports that paint them as somewhat nocturnal suggest a level of night vision we can't attain without the aid of technology. Countless reports begin with the forest going entirely silent, which may suggest that their hearing is at a much higher level than ours, and the other animals who don't want to become dinner are aware of this. If you go deeper into the paranormal side of Bigfoot, you'll hear reports of these creatures possessing not just enhanced versions of our own senses, but senses that we just don't have at all. With trail cams becoming more commonplace, You would think that more Sasquatches would have had their photograph taken by now. So why haven't they? Well, there are two possibilities that I've seen thrown around. One is that they're simply just intelligent enough to recognize what trail cams are. The other is that they have some form of infrared vision. The idea isn't unheard of in the animal kingdom. Certain snakes, bats, and bugs possess the ability, but no primates are currently known to. Some of the other reports you can find are even more bizarre. This next one is pretty out there, to say the least, and that is that these entities are capable of some form of telepathic communication that's been nicknamed mind speak. Now, I'm not exactly the biggest proponent of this idea, but there have been a significant number of eyewitnesses who have reported the phenomenon, and even Survivorman star Les Stroud himself has expressed belief. While Bigfoot sensory capabilities remain untested by us, one thing's for certain. If they ever come looking for humans, that show isn't going to take 12
Big
seasons.
boy, whatever that is.
Do you guys...
Now, first of all, them having extra abilities are more superior abilities. Of course, I agree with that 100%. They better sense than we do, better smell, better eyes, better hearing, better everything. I mean, remember, people, the humans, we adapt to our environment. We adapt over time. These animals are in the woods. I mean, they adapt to the woods, right? They need their hearing. They need their eyes. They need their nose to hunt, to feed, for food. So they're going to be way more superior than us. I mean, for example, if you if you're in daylight, we can see pretty good, and you turn off the lights, it's dark, then your eye starts to adjust when you start seeing things. We start to adjust to the environment that you're put in. Right. These things are in their environment I haven't heard Bigfoot being spotted in the cities, so they are in the woods. So they would need the high abilities and all that. And I think, and they smell is so important. But, with cameras, right? Cans. Well, they have to be put there by human. I bet you they can smell that. It's not that they know the camera's there. I don't know about the radar vision, but they could probably smell that a person put it there. How long they can smell that after a person touched something, I don't know. But I'm so curious about what you guys think about their abilities, like what kind of abilities they have. And anything's on the topic, bring it all up. If you think, why is it that the pictures are fuzzy in your guys' opinion? Why is it we don't get that clearness? Why is it all like this? What are your guys' opinion on it? Anthony, tell us. What do you think?
I think it's just a luck of the draw when it comes to the camera. Like Ron was saying, whatever the aperture is on, if it's on autofocus, how far the being is in relation to the person taking the photo, what the lighting is, what kind of camera they're using, all that stuff comes into play. Sometimes I bet you one day somebody be out there, they're going to get that perfect crystal clear photo and they're going to show it and everybody's going to say it's fake because it looks too good to be true.
Yep.
So that'll happen too, right or wrong. It happens all the time. But who knows? Some of these blurry images that we're seeing could very well be Sasquatch. I tend to think that it's an animal that's in the forest. It's perfectly adapt to its surroundings. It can walk around, a big 1,000-pound animal can walk around and you won't even hear it out there because it knows every step it's going to take. It knows what's below its feet. It knows every move it's going to make. It's just a perfectly adapt hunting killing machine. It knows what it has to do to be stealth. And it's adapted to its surroundings in the best possible way that it could. That's what I think.
What do you think, Ron?
Well, I think if they're like us, we're mammals and they're animals. So I'm pretty sure they probably have their senses are much better than our senses, just like a dog's is. So they could probably downwind they say Bigfoots have a stench. We probably have a bad stench to them and we stink, and they probably can pick us up for miles. That's why it's hard to catch them, because when we think we're being slick, wearing camouflage and creeping and all this, they already knew 20 minutes ago that we just got into the forest like that. They could smell us probably because their senses. So I think that's one of the big reasons. And I think they have some kind of energy with them too. I mean, I always said that. I feel like they either hide. underground, or I don't know if it's a cave system because they tend to disappear right away. You know what I mean? Something that big. Where the hell did you go? You know, but
do you think they hibernate for you know, certain time of the year? Maybe for like a month, they just go down and hibernate, like maybe the coldest month out of the year, like bears do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know,
and they have families and all that too. They've caught them with the
they hibernate for a little bit.
And I think their hair kind of changes with the weather. I'm not saying it changes dramatically where they camouflage themselves directly, but you know, it kind of camouflages with the woods when it gets colder and stuff, so it make it even harder. Now, if you think about this, people in the chat, think about this. In the military, you have people who get trained to be Green Berets, Rangers, Navy SEALs. They get trained to be in special forces. They learn to use their senses. You know, they get trained to be that sharpshooter, snipers and all that. They get trained. You know, they could be 20 Navy SEALs riding around my house. I won't even know that they're there because they get trained that way. These things are in the woods their whole life. They're being trained from day one than we are. So people say, why is it hard to find them? It's hard to find a Navy SEAL, and some of them might be just barely in it for 2-3 years. These things are trained probably from day one, being born to survive their environment. They're probably better than the Green Berets and Navy SEALs of hiding and camouflaging themselves.
They're the best in their environment.
They're the best in their environment. We're in their home.
Yep, they've been training to do that since birth.
And I'm sure when Anthony first became a police officer, unless he's Superman, he probably didn't come in there expert shooting. He had to learn it through their boot camps, their reading, their studying, doing the things over and over and over again.
I was a daisy fresh gun-ho rookie. Like the minute the job came over, we'll take it. The minute we got there running out the car, I got it. You know what I mean?
And here's a good
took some time to learn to like calm down and know your surroundings.
Squatch America wrote, cave systems and Bigfoot report go together. I have heard that they have their own cave systems themselves. I have heard that. And that would make sense that, I mean, they're going to have a home too. And they're not going to have their home to be shown. Like, listen, Batman has a private cave. Nobody knows where it's at. Bigfoot probably got private homes where nobody's going to know where it's at. You know? Now here's this is a footage that's supposed to be Bigfoot here in the state of Washington off a freeway, walking the snow. I know most everybody in the Bigfoot community have seen this, but I want to see what you guys think of this. So people in the Bigfoot community, I know you guys have seen this, but I'd like to hear other people's ideas of what this thing could be. Now, I've heard different people saying, well, it can't be human. It's walking too fast in the snow because that's all snow out there in the woods. And this is the Washington Mountains area. Some people say that is. Some people say that's just a human walking. Or that's just a camera trick.
You got to look at the limbs of how they move. Because, like, I don't know. I look at the knee bends. Like, it doesn't look like somebody that's real big.
And I'm just wondering why he stopped, turned around, and looked exactly at the camera.
And about snow, you can have snowshoes on.
Mm-hmm. And you could buy big snowshoes out here in Washington. It's always an interesting footage, but I always wanted to get your guys' opinion on that. And it stops,
turns around, looks right at the camera, and goes about its business again.
Or maybe you stop because he heard something and he's just checking it out. I mean,
that's another scenario we mentioned yesterday, like perfect timing type situation. You know what I mean?
Now, I'm more in line saying that's a human walking. And of course, when people say that thing's walking a little bit faster than a human, I'm like, and I'm always thinking like, how do you tell that? I mean, I walk in these mountains in the snow and you might be a little slower depending on how deep the snow is. That snow right there looks like it's already been kind of compacted.
But not even that. Play it back again and look how wide the foot strides are. They don't look very wide to me, his strides. Just looks like, regular guy walking. And that's the arms, too. When Sasquatch walk, from the footage and Dr. Meldrum and all these people talking that I watch, their gait when they walk is one specific way in a straight line, 1 foot in front of the other usually, and the way they swing their arms back and forth, is very fluidly, right, and big, and their head, they have like no neck, so you don't see the head move when they turn. The whole body turns. They don't turn the head; they just like turn their whole body allegedly. So,
and this is the problem. Now, like ground dwellers, there's a recent one from Washington State Transportation from the same location, because this is a known hotspot area. I mean, first of all, Washington is a hotspot.
They must have caught a ton of footage with their cameras.
Yeah, it's a hotspot. But now, because it's a known area that's supposed to have Bigfoot, there's also going to be people that are going to try to fake that out.
But in this area where we're looking at the camera, right? Is this like a highly populated area for people?
It's like when you drive through Washington, like from here to Spokane to Idaho, you go on Highway 90, and it's an area off of 90 where 90 is a heavy area, but there's a lot less people, of course, when you get out in the middle of the woods, because out there is close to the area. Now, this is also close to the area where they go skiing, because I know the area. I know this area. We have great skiing up here, which I snowboard.
If you look at the image that you got freeze framed right there,
looks
like he has boots on to me. It looks like his pants end and his boots start. Me personally, I think if it would be a Sasquatch, you would see just a little more form lower towards the foot, where like the bottom of the calf would meet into the foot, would be a little bit thinner. That's just me personally.
And Squatch America also wrote here, you don't see the bottom of the feet when it steps.
Right, because they bring the foot flat back up. You see the whole underneath part of it when they step too.
Yeah. Now, this next one that Danny Staton put on his channel. Now, this is not to debunk sound, but he put a video of some animal sounds. They're screaming that maybe some people are mistaking it for Bigfoot. And it makes sense, because now I grew up in the woods. I know we heard the sound before we had our Bigfoot experience, but our family, there was 10 of us in our family, they're hunters. So we know the sound, but a regular person from cities or suburbs, they might not go to the mountains as often as you.
Right.
And some who do go to the mountains, go skiing, they don't really know all the sounds. So they could be mistaken. This is the sound we're talking about. This is from Danny Staton's channel.
That's how I sound in the morning when I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's my stomach.
But what I like, his point is, they don't make the exact same sound when they scream. They do make different sounds. So a lot of people might not say, "Oh, that's an elk." A common person might say, "Oh, that's an elk." But a regular person who doesn't really know the mountains ain't gonna know that's an elk.
Oh, they're gonna be like, "What was that?" A regular person never been up there before, 100%.
And then one speaking, and then you hear one on the other end. So when you hear people that hear screams, then you really gotta. I guess the only way to try to feel if they really did hear something is you got to find out about them, the person.
Right.
Do they go in the woods a lot? Do they know the woods? Do they know the sound? Do they know their backyards? Like when we heard our sound and we saw the thing, there's 10 of us, old and young. And the older hunters know more of the sound than the younger ones. And when you get everybody saying, wow, but if you only get a couple or two people, you do got to question, well, you sure you think you heard something that's unusual?
Mm.
Because now that camera on that thing's pretty close, but what if that thing sound like, farther out?
The echo from far away would probably even sound more bass and more different. There'd be a lot more bass to it.
And you said, Anthony, you woke up in the morning, you sound like that. Maybe somebody recorded you trying to say, I got Bigfoot. Here's a Bigfoot sound.
Me. That's how I sound in the morning. Feed me.
So, Ron, you got any comments about what you think about mistaking sounds for a Bigfoot?
Yeah, I was just thinking, first of all, I love that. I love watching them. I remember I always tell you that I would go to Lake George and Lake Luzerne, upstate New York. And recently they showed on the news or some channel, I think, of these coyote. Like they got caught on a trail cam and they all started howling, but they said this is the first time they heard them howling like this. It would sound like they were screaming. I never heard them like that. And I remember hearing that in upstate New York one time, and I was like, what the hell is that? I never heard that in my life. It didn't sound like an animal. It sounded like something screaming, and it sounded exactly like those coyotes.
No.
Like that they just showed. I don't know if it was like a news channel, because they caught about 8 of them, and they were all going crazy, these coyotes, screaming like it was weird. But it's too easy to mistake something. And who knows if it's a Bigfoot, you think it's a bear or something like that.
And it said
You
that
know what I mean?
Bigfoots can mimic these animals too, I've heard.
That's
Do
true.
you? What about that? What's the guy? Moorhead? Is it Moorhead? The Moorhead tapes? Or you remember the guys that 2 guys, they were taping them, and they was like they were having a conversation, a couple of Bigfoots. It would sound like a male and a female. I think it was the Moorhead tapes.
The gibberish, you know, when the Bigfoots are talking gibberish.
Yes, and one actually sounded like Japanese. He was going,
Bigfoot Michigan Rob is still here. He'll know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Rob, what's
thought it was
the
Moorhead.
Bigfoot video when the 2 Sasquatch are talking and it sounds like gibberish when they're talking to each other?
Yeah, I
I
know
don't know
you guys
why
are
I keep
talking
saying
about.
Moorhead.
The Sierra sounds, he said. The Sierra sounds. That's
Yes.
it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Sierra
Sierra
sounds.
Mountains.
That's what you should play, Eric. The Sierra sounds. Those are great.
Because there's one that sounds Japanese.
Yeah,
that. It's crazy.
And were these sounds from the
Yes.
Sierra Mountains? Is that why it's
Yeah.
called Sierra Sounds? Because I'm from Fresno,
Ron
California.
Moorhead.
The Sierra Mountains where we go hunting, and that's where we had our Bigfoot encounter.
Yeah,
in
just
the
look
Sierra
up
Mountains.
Just look up the Sierra sounds, Eric.
No,
Sierra
look,
sounds.
see, that's what I said. Squatch America is Ron Moorhead, the Sierra Sounds.
Ron Moore had the Sierra sounds.
Yeah.
Incredible. What's up, X1? First floor audio in the house.
What's up,
Nightmares here.
everybody?
Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Amber's Power World. What's up, everybody? Terry Brown.
Man,
Cassie.
X1 has donated twice, and
The
I want to
legend.
say thank you so much. And let me give you. I got to get some more cooler intros, kind of like Anthony. When I see
I
Anthony,
can
what he
make you a
does,
couple, buddy.
it puts me to shame. Anthony's stuff is awesome.
Yeah, I'll make a couple of 5-second one with you playing like Anthony too. Anthony will make you some. I'll make you a couple.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, guys, it's time to jump into paranormal. Now, if somebody in the chat that has a ranch, if you guys want to put a link to exactly for the Sierra Sounds, because it's too hard to look it up where I'm doing a show, you know, I don't mind playing it. But now here's a video that's actually they're friends of mine. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I know their channel. They're called American Paranormal, and they're a paranormal investigation group that allows me to play any videos I want from them. And now, like I said, even though I know them, I consider them my friends, I will never tell you that every video is true or not. I always say that's up to you. All that's up to you. I never force anything, but I do know this group. And this one I'm going to show you guys is called Spirit Orb in a Haunted Church.
Oh, God, that's that deep voice. There, look. Look. That's what's talking right there. Look. Look, that's a light anomaly. I bet that's what's talking.
And he does slow it down too.
Sounds like Walt.
Now the orbs are starting. Listen. Oh, God, that's that deep voice. There, look. Look. That's what's talking right there. Look. Look, that's a light anomaly. I bet that's what's talking. Can you manifest instead of just being a light anomaly? I know that's you that's talking.
I think he slows it down.
The orbs are starting. Listen. Oh God, there's that deep voice. There, look. Look.
I can't really hear that
That's
sound.
what's talking right there.
I didn't hear it either.
Look.
I think he has the light.
You think so?
Look. That's
No, because the first time I was
Reflection,
thinking,
Ron, glare, right?
the first thing.
Not only the glare, you actually see it go on the wall like a light would, like the anomalies float through and everything. That when he went like that, excuse me, it looks like he went like that because it looks like at one point it's like on the wall like that, and it's the jerky reaction to it as he's talking. It looks like he's doing it. That's just me. I know I sound like the super skeptic, but
I hear you, because first thing I was thinking of, like, you take your phone out, that light shines, and you're doing it with your dog. You're making your dog chasing. Because I was thinking that. Now, when you do that with a flashlight, can it? Let me see. Is there a closer picture here?
He's not doing it with a flashlight. He's probably got the light mounted on the camera, and the glare is reflecting off the walls or whatever, shiny, high gloss ceiling walls, whatever, and it's reflecting back into the camera, giving you that optical illusion.
When you see it good is on the stage right back there, that window back there, when it comes down and it hits that window again, you can see it like right there. It's like on the window. Like, see? It's like on there. And if the jerky movement is with his camera.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I see. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
No. Listen, you gotta try to break it down. Like, okay, how do you create that? Okay, this is what they caught. If they didn't CGI it or anything, well, what equipment can they use to create that? And I think you just explain it on how somebody can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I got one on the bottom. I'm trying to get as much help on as I can whenever you get time. So this is an EVP. The people are gone. The house is empty for 3 weeks, and these orbs start appearing, and then you hear something scream like "Thanks, man" or "Ask, man," very loud. So let it play back. It happens right at the beginning. You'll see the orb, and then it'll scream "Ask, man," something like that.
I love this.
Now nobody's there. They're on vacation, and the camera's just rolling. The interior cameras.
Now I'm gonna ask you guys this: are they also claiming this first part as an actual orb? Because as soon as that big white thing comes up,
they have no idea. They weren't home. They were on vacation, and the camera, they had a couple things that it recorded because of motion, and this anomaly was captured. And right after that anomaly, you hear the voice say, "Ask, man," very loud.
That's what's interesting, because as soon as you see that, then you hear the sound.
Right.
And like you said, there's nobody there. One more time. And is this thing ask man or ass man? Maybe he's seeing a good ass on a man.
I thought that too. I'm thinking more on the lines of ask, ASK.
I know.
Ask, man.
Oh man, not ass man. Oh.
But
I'm trying to hear to see if it's a male or female. If I'm going to guess, I'm going to hear it one more time to see.
That's a dude.
Let me see. What do you think, Ron? What do you think of that one?
I was listening to it earlier. That's creepy.
And
That's
the
real
orb is
creepy.
solid. Look how solid that is. You can't even see through it.
Amber's Paraworld wrote, true orbs create their own light and can be seen with the naked eye. Ones that are only seen on camera are most likely water vapor or dust.
I don't know. You can't normally you could see through dust. It's like normally foggy, usually thin. This is solid, whatever it is. You can't see through it.
Man,
Weird.
another donation. Thank you. This is for you. You guys are awesome. I see in the private chat, is this those
are the Sierra sounds.
Sierra.
There's 3 parts. Like there's a real long one, but it's broken into different ones.
You're looking at it, bitch.
I think why I showed the next one, I think I should pop. I'm wondering if I should screen that behind the scene to see if there's a copyright for those sounds.
People play them all the time. I've heard them on every channel.
So? Okay.
Yeah, there's no music in them. Nothing like that. Let me see some. I'll do it on my end first.
You see. Well, while you do that, this next one I'll show you guys. I have another one. Now, like I said, I'm not here to say if it's real or fake. This one is called Body of a Pig EVP with photo evidence.
Body of a pig.
A body of a pig. I thought you guys might like that one. Well, here, let's hear it. Well, is this it's playing? Where is it? It's just, what the hell?
It's playing on your end? You see it playing?
Yeah, what?
Start it and stop it again.
Huh? What? It's completely blank. Huh? Where did? Hold on. Okay, that was another video.
I just seen something.
What the? Actually, let me take that out and let me re-bring it up. That was because I just had it yesterday. That was just, hold on here. Where is it? History. How strong is a Sasquatch? Damn, I must be actually, while I figure that out, I'll play that Sierra sound. That is
it happens sometimes on StreamYard. It's weird.
It's here, let me share the screen to that Sasquatch sound. There we are. Let me see if people can see it. That's what was sent to me. Let's hear the sounds.
All right, You're trying to talk to this.
Putting a link in the chat, guys, for this video for you guys.
That's crazy.
Now, right right there when that one guy go, is that a guy making that sound?
That's one of the guys doing that. They're talking
to make it talk. Okay.
The stream.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't
Trying
crazy.
to talk back to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait till you hear number 2. Number 2 goes right into it. The second one.
The gibberish. And a mimic.
I don't know where we're going for traction on it for sure.
I know my dog's coming over here checking out the sound.
You can tell the difference between the human doing a whoop and the thing doing a whoop. Man, they're getting going for a minute.
What I think it is, I think that's just Ron and Anthony in New York talking to each other through windows, screaming at each other in a conversation.
It would be more like, oh, like,
Oh, forget about it. What are you doing?
Forget
I'm
about
over
it.
here now. Oh, Ron, I was over there. I'm over here now. Forget
I
about
don't
it.
even want to say anymore because I'll mess up. I want to be nice on his channel. But number 2,
Okay. I don't know why that video didn't work before, though. I was trying to show you about the pig. But I'm not going to play it. You can continue, Ron. I'm sorry.
No. I was gonna say if you're going to play the other links, the second one, like that goes like right into like some weird, nice, clear sounds like that. But I'm curious about this.
That's been around for a long
guys,
time.
I put the link of that sound so you guys can go into that channel and listen to all 3 and all that. They're about 4 or 5 minutes each. And I want to get through some of these other videos. Now, this is the one of the body of a pig, EVP, which for whatever reason, the first video I pulled up was all blank. It was weird. But here's the EVP recording during his work.
Go sleep in the sun, put it down. Let me stick the camera through the hole first, might be a body in there. What a chunk we do too. East what, subway? East wing. Can you get him? Can you get him?
And you can hear a pig sound.
Jesus, look at that, mate. It's exactly like the one over there, look.
Misty.
It's right underneath, isn't it? Everything.
Whoa. The hell
What
is
do we
that?
think of the pig sounds?
I don't know about that pig sound, but look at that right there.
I see it. Looks like a demon.
Yeah, that looks funky, man.
What is it? Is it a photo?
That's a photo, yeah. They said they'd snap a photo in that thing. It's a paranormal investigation group that went in. I forgot the name of the place.
That's wicked.
They definitely went home with an attachment.
The photograph, which was taken at the moment, has to be seen to be believed.
It's crazy.
And of course, that's after the pig sound. So technically, you could say that probably wasn't a pig.
Probably
And
demonic.
Likely, it's from what you see there.
And look at the little face right next to its mouth.
Yeah. Probably something demonic, man.
You think it's demonic, or is that just the environment and just got lucky and took a picture of the environment itself?
Kind of looks like Groot.
Got the weird pig sound, right? And then you snap a picture like that. It looks like one demon in like a light gray, and then if you look directly above its head, it looks like the head of another demon with horns and everything. It looks like it got a horn on each side, one in the middle. You see it?
Yeah, because even Amber says, I didn't even notice the big thing at the bottom. I was looking at the face above on ceiling.
There's two. There's two faces there.
Yeah,
That's
there
crazy.
really is.
And if you look to the left, you can almost make out another weird demonic face. 2 eyes, strange looking, big mouth. I think that house was haunted with some kind of demonic entity.
Yeah. It almost looks like a lizard kind of a creature in a way. But yeah, that I would say that's more demon than an animal that we know of.
Looks like the eyes are looking like to the side, right?
Yeah.
And it's going like that.
Now, Ron, when it's a full moon, do you change at night? Do you change it to a beast that we don't know about?
I'm always a beast.
He's a beast of burden.
There you go. That's what my mom tells me.
All right, now guys, let's go into. I got a UFO video I want you guys to see. Now, I originally had 2 videos of a UFO, but I lost the other one. I only have one, but maybe Ron or Anthony might have another one if they want to show something. But this is let me see, where's this one at? This is a crescent shape UFO over Glendale, Arizona, of January of this year. So crescent shape appears in the southwest sky at 7:19 a.m. on January 18th.
It looked like the moon for a minute.
But a moon doesn't, of course, move like
I just
that.
think the clouds are moving. I don't think the object is moving.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
I think it's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
That's a good, yeah.
Looks like the clouds are moving. That even looks like the eclipse.
Could very well be.
Because that thing is not, because now his camera's moving, but
Camera's
that
moving.
thing,
The object's not moving.
It's the clouds that are moving, Eric.
Yep. The birds are moving.
Uh-huh. That looks like the eclipse.
That's the moon. That's the moon, man.
Yep.
of course, only real UFOs, he usually does that thing. Let's see here.
All the color enhancements.
Yeah.
Might not be the moon, Ron, because he had to zoom way in to even see it, bro.
Let's go back to that zoom part. That's a good point. But I can see why it could be the moon, because that thing itself is not moving. Just to
it's not
That could
moving.
just be a
Whatever it is.
filter. The filter can make it look like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That looks like when the lunar and all that eclipse, like when it's just shadowing over.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is not moving. He's making it look like it's moving. It's not. That's the clouds moving.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And that filter with a light like that, you know how you got on the planes white hot and black hot?
Yep.
Like that, you can have that as black hot right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, if it darted off, I would be like, holy crap.
Because, I mean,
that looks like the sun, but with the moon like eclipsing it.
Yeah.
Perfect. They put a moon at the end.
There's the moon. Okay. Now to test something out, I'm gonna read. You guys are from New York, so it's a story that I don't want to say anything. I want to see if you guys know this story in history. Now, this is something about an explosion back in July 30th, 1916, in New York Harbor, where 4 people were killed and an explosion destroyed some of $20 million worth of damages, $500 million in 2022 dollars worth of military goods. The incident, which happened prior to the U.S. entry into World War I. Also, a Statue of Liberty was damaged during this explosion.
Are you talking about the Black Tom explosion?
Bingo. Good.
Is it?
Good. Yes. And there's a reason why I bring it up. So you know, because you're in New York, so you know that story. When did you learn about that story?
In school when I was a kid.
And if people in the chat, if you don't know the Black Tom story, and there's a reason for this, people. This is the reason why I'm doing it this way. Here's a new story about Black Tom, just for the people who might not know about this.
Recalls an act of sabotage that shocked the East Coast.
It didn't happen in the Lehigh Valley, but 2 of the region's biggest companies at the time found themselves right in the middle of the fallout.
The earth trembled and flames lit up the night. This was Black Tom at Jersey City.
In the early morning hours of July 30th, 1916, New York and New Jersey residents were startled awake by a thunderous blast.
People at that time thought it was an earthquake.
In reality, it was an act of sabotage at a bustling munitions depot in Jersey City known as Black Tom.
It was part of a railroad yard that belonged to the Lehigh Valley Railroad, which was full of munitions that had been supplied by the Bethlehem Steel Company and other companies to support the Allied cause in Europe.
The U.S. had not yet entered World War I, but munitions companies were cashing in on the conflict. On the evening before the disaster, Black Tom Island was packed with freight cars, barges, and ships holding millions of pounds of explosives. The first blast detonated just after 2 a.m. Among those who felt it was Ed Whalen, grandfather of local historian Frank Whalen.
He was lying in a bed in the St. Francis Hospital in Jersey City, New Jersey.
A year earlier, he had been involved in a motorboat accident that caused a host of medical problems. He, like many others, learned more details about the explosion in the days and weeks to come. At least 4 people had been killed. Black Tom Island was obliterated, and evidence seemed to point toward a deliberate attack from Germany.
There were definitely people who were not too happy with the fact that the United States was the major supplier of arms to their enemies.
There are different theories about who exactly orchestrated the attack and how the explosions were detonated. Regardless, it was a wake-up call for the U.S.
It awoke a lot of Americans to the threat of German sabotage and the possibility that the U.S. would be drawn into a war with Germany.
After the war, Bethlehem Steel sued the Lehigh Valley Railroad over the losses it suffered at Black Tom. In 1939, Germany was found responsible for the attack, but it would be 1953 before the West German government agreed to settle up financially. The last payment was made in 1979, more than 60 years after the explosion.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys in a second why I'm bringing it up. Now, Ron, do you remember learning about that in school and stuff?
Yeah, vaguely. But I do, because I remember it was about German sabotage.
Yeah, and I remember learning in school, but during our school books, it wasn't called Black Tom. I forgot they had another name, New Jersey Pier, something. It was something, because the name Black Tom didn't come to effect until a book in 1987, where there a book here. Let me show you guys the book. And like I said, there's a reason for all this I'm bringing up. Let me see. Where is there's a right here. Sabotage at Black Tom Imperial, German Secret War in America. So that's when the books, that's when the name Black Tom really took its shape. And the reason I'm bringing this all up, because in the Mandela, there's the Mandela community, UFO communities, you could take a picture and you could try to judge it like what we just did with the video, try to figure out what's real and what's not, best that we can. Mandela effect's a little different because you're playing with people's memories. So anybody can say, well, you just haven't got to upload it. So there's not really a whole lot to try to break down to say what's real and what's fake.
You got a new member, Angel Wings.
Oh, shoot. Angel Wings. Awesome. I got a special member intro that I'll never get to show on this. But because of you becoming a member, I get to show it. I even forget where it's at because I haven't shown this in forever. Here it is. Now, there's a group.
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Become a member. You'll play it.
There's groups out there that says this is why the Mandela effect is real, and they bring up Black Tom. They're saying that that nobody had ever heard of Black Tom before. It's brand new. It's a brand new piece of history that Long Island Bigfoot. But he was a member before.
Yeah, Mike. What up, Mike?
Hell? Let's give him that ugly sound. Now, I can't say everybody got this uploaded, but for some reason, this is the one that some groups claim that this is why the whole phenomenon is real, is because of this. This is brand new and never happened. And I'm like, I remember when I brought this up one time, I said, I remember this in school, but it wasn't called Black Tom. They called it something else. And I looked, and when I did my research, the book didn't come out in 1987.
It was called Biracial Tom back then, right?
And all that. And I gotta say that I think people saying that this is their linked into it. I think the Black Tom topic, my opinion, this is just my opinion, people, is purely fraud. The story, I feel this story has always been there, but people weren't used to the name. And now when people hear the Tom, what Black Tom? What's this? What? An explosion here? What? You know, kind of like the Mandela effect name came with feet on a broom. Now that's just my opinion. You know, people don't have to believe that.
I just put a link in private chat. The bottom one is from the FBI.gov, and if you go on there, you'll see the railroad that's exploded, and it's a picture from 1916, and you could even see the inscription on the bottom of the photo, the Black Tom explosion. Now, of course, that could be written after, but that's been called for a long time. It was called that. If you scroll down.
Yo.
Hold on. My God. Wow. Another one. Here's that ugly sound. If you want more of that ugly sound, just join.
I think Sid Vich may have gifted, I don't know if he gifted a bunch. I know he said he was going to, but no matter what, you got a bunch coming in. Congrats, guys.
And Carlos Skywatcher UK just sent me a video you ought to check out on his channel, the Flying Horseshoe UAP. I never seen anything like this. It's amazing what he captured.
Oh, is this something you're saying that somebody? Oh no,
Carlos Skywatcher. You know,
I know what you're talking about. Okay, you're talking about So
Carlos Skywatcher's channel.
And like I said, I know people like the friend that I had on this channel, Mandela affected. He does his own research. He doesn't take research from other people. He studies his own. So I could take his stuff and I could believe his stuff more because he does his own research. But I saw a group that went on to what's that channel called? That. Damn. Don't you guys hate it when your brain just draws a blank? That show that's on every single night on YouTube. He has a radio show. God.
Who? A UFO show?
They talk UFOs, Bigfoots.
Jimmy Church? Fade to Black?
Space Out Radio.
Oh, SOR.
And I saw people saying, Eric, you heard Black Tom? Yeah, I heard that. I heard it in school. I'm like, no, you haven't. You're just, what do you mean? I've heard that story. And it seemed like this is the story that people try to prove, saying this is why the phenomenon is real. But I didn't tell you guys nothing about this story. And you guys knew right off the bat because you guys are from New York and you already knew it. Now, this is what I think. When we were all in school, right? We're all in school. You guys are in school. Let's be honest. History was not people's favorite subject in school because when you're young, most kids are like, I care about what's happening now and the future. I don't care about the past. It's usually when you get a little older, you start respecting the past. You'll learn how to move forward by what happened in the past. So I heard from people, well, I never learned this in school. Well, can you remember 90% of the things that you learned in high school?
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Come on. I don't remember a single thing that I learned in science. I know we did a frog thing. Well,
I loved science when I was a kid.
But you know what I mean? You don't know a lot of things. And I just feel that some people are using Black Tom. And I always have a belief that first of all, I don't never tell people this is the reason why you should believe in something. It's always up to you. It's always up to you. Like here's something that I say it was kind of new to me, but I respect everybody saying, Eric, that's probably there. What I'm about to show you guys, you just probably never paid attention to this in the past. This was in the movie Twister, one of my favorite movies. And some of you guys who see my channel have seen this clip before where the car goes into the house, comes out. This is when I started seeing teddy bears and everything. So this is the scene I'm talking about. And you guys, this got me crazy, but hold on. Here we go. Why is it not playing? What is going on today? Let me pull that out. Hold on. Let me get rid of it. I had to re-pull it up brand new. Or maybe because I have that FBI up, maybe I'll try again. But what is going on today? Here we go. Let me see if this works. Hey, see that teddy bear hitting that window? I want Now, I don't remember that teddy bear.
I remember that scene.
But hey, but I accept everybody. And this was the funniest thing about Mandela is just doing the research and like teddy bear. And then now this is probably not even a Mandela effect. But remember Poltergeist? Look at this big teddy bear. When I started seeing teddy bears, like, man, this teddy bear is kind of huge. Where does teddy bear come from? Watch. Okay, right there's no teddy bear. Okay, right there underneath the bed, you don't see a teddy bear, but then you need to see a big ass teddy bear. Look at that big teddy bear. Where did that teddy bear come from?
From another dimension.
Look at the size of that teddy bear. If you go back here, no teddy bear. Under there. Now, I'm not
Look
here
at the
to
Star
say
Wars. Look at the Star Wars toys flying around.
I know. I'm not here to say again that this is Mandela, that teddy bear was just there because they could have stopped the film, and then when they put the camera back on, they put the big teddy bear. But I was watching it because for some reason I was seeing teddy bears in movies and stars. Like, why is all of a sudden I'm seeing all these teddy bears? And then this teddy bear looks like a little extra huge, and I thought it was kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that teddy bear. Look how big that teddy bear is. That teddy bear wasn't there before. Or wasn't there? Wasn't underneath the car. It really is a poltergeist.
We gotta check out Carlos Skywatcher Portugal's video. I put it on the bottom. Check out this UFO. Check out this UFO he filmed.
Oh, nice, Cat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey now.
And guys, I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna show that UFO. And the thing is when I show videos, I tell people that this is probably not just have fun, look at it. But there are groups that are trying to say, look, Black Tom just appeared. This is why you have to believe it. I don't like that approach because you can't.
It was in 1916. It's not going to be at
Well,
the forefront of the
and
news
to me,
anymore.
you can't force memories onto people. If there is a change, then it's all that change is all you know. So I don't think that's a change myself at all. I think people are using the Black Tom to make people to join the community for them, the gatekeepers. I think we all know the frauds of Bigfoot, the one with the dead,
Wait a minute, wait a
dead
minute, wait.
Bigfoots.
What are they trying to say? That Black Tom never happened?
Yes.
No, that very much happened.
Yes.
Sorry.
And it's kind of like I put that in the same category as those two guys in the Bigfoot community that said there's a Bigfoot in the refrigerator that turned out to be frauds. I also think that the Black Tom is the Mandela effect one that's used as a fraud. Now, if somehow magical that appears.
Yeah, but are they saying Black Tom, like whatever it was named, never happened?
They're saying never, ever, ever happened.
No,
that's not Mandela effect, though. That's just people denying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Misremembering or denying it. That very much happened.
Yeah, that's documented.
It is, and that's why I was showing it. And that's why I didn't tell you guys is the Mandela effect section. I wanted to know right off the bat. I didn't tell you guys before the show. I want everybody to know that in the chat. Did not tell them. I wanted to see if they recognize the story without being pushed into saying, guys, see this? This just happened. I wanted to hear from them.
I knew it right away.
I know, exactly. And you proved my point. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, here's that UFO video you're talking about.
All right, so watch this. Comes from the right side. Okay.
Who's pointing up? Is it? Oh, there's the black thing.
Wait till you see it. Looks like a parachute arch.
Yeah.
Look at it. It was also seen in England.
Yeah, and it's leaving the black like thing behind it. Earlier it was.
It's crazy. I hope he zooms all the way in on it.
This was seen in England. That is so weird.
And is it just me, or does the center of it look like an illuminated bowl in the center of it? You see that?
Oh, because the circle's white. Right there.
Yeah, look at the center of it. Looks like a white bowl in the middle of it. Now, what is that thing? Any thoughts, Ron?
At first, I thought what you had mentioned, I thought it was a paraglider, but you don't see anybody there. What the hell that is?
That's strange.
It's like a little black worm flying in the sky. The little white. That is a weird one.
Good catch, Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
Good catch.
Yeah. That's very interesting. And someone put in the chat Carlos Skywalker channel.
The demon picture, I enhanced it for you. Now you can make the demon out on the bottom.
I mean, that's a good picture.
Look at the eyes on this thing, man.
Tell you, it's like an evil Groot.
Oh, yeah, Groot.
Out.
Right?
I am Groot.
Yeah, the head like Groot. Good call.
Yeah.
I am Groot.
I want to know where this is. I'd like to go to this place. Pretty cool.
That is awesome. Well,
Send
everybody in
Eric
the
there.
chat, I hope you guys had a good time today. Now, remember, people in the chat,
you,
nobody here is trying to debunk stuff, trying to be skeptic, but we're all just trying to be real, look at pictures, give our honest opinions, because at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is find the truth. That's it. We're all here working together to find out what's the truth out there.
Did you give the thank you to Kat 1137? She donated $10 before.
I could have sworn I did, but you know what?
Did you? I
always love that name, Kat.
And going down the Bigfoot with $1 super chat.
Oh, my boy, Mike. Good old Mike. Okay, Mike, here we go. Yeah, guys, I know I got to update some of these intros.
Let me tell you, Eric is fast with the buttons. Like at the end of the show, when we're saying bye, he just goes boop, and it goes right into the outro, and we're like, huh?
You're like, where'd he go? See you, bye.
When the people are tired, they're tired, Ron. They're tired.
I hear you.
Come on, Ron. So, Ron, what do you got
When
going on
you do it
today?
to us backstage, even when they're not involved, you'll go, I got to take off, guys. All right. And it's just gone. He's gone in a flash. I love it. I love when he does that.
So what do you got going on today, Ron?
I'm actually going to continue. I'm going to probably do, I've been trying to do a members only stream for the last few nights. And I don't know, maybe it's just me and YouTube not sending out notifications I'm hearing from my members. So I think in a little while, I'm going to schedule one and I'm going to do a members stream like that. Probably do that for a few hours while I'm working on diorama stuff. And I'm going to continue working on a project Serpo. That's going to be a video, probably a 2-part, maybe even 3-part video because it's detailed. So that's coming out. That's what I'm working on. So.
And then I know Anthony's got something exciting for tomorrow, and of course his normal Wednesday show. So tell us this little announcement of what you're doing tomorrow for us, Anthony.
So from now on, twice a month at 9:00 in the morning Eastern time, I am going to do what's called Cosmic Cafe. So at 9:00 in the morning, we will have coffee and UFO stories for about a half hour, twice a month. I'll change what day it's on all the time. I'll pick a day during the week. So I'm just happen to do it, tomorrow will be the first one. We'll do that twice a month at 9 a.m. for a half hour, called the Cosmic Cafe.
There it is. Oh, look at! Oh, I love that. Look at that. It's like a Starbucks thing. But
look at the UFO. The UFO is a Starbucks. You see that?
I love that. That is so freaking.
You got another super chat,
dude. Dude, you gotta sell that in your Teespring.
Too much.
Yeah, I'll throw it on there. It's cool, right?
It is cool. Here's your coffee. Got a Nidavite S4. But then the question is, if you put that in your Teespring, do you want the old-fashioned picture or that awesome new one that you have too? I love that new one. Oh, Terry Brown, my boy, Terry Brown. Terry Brown. Just because
thanks, Terry.
Terry.
Just because Ron's here. Thanks, Terry. I feel
Terry.
Hold on. Terry, you're just donating because Ron's here? So you guys are telling me if I get Ron to come on anytime I'm on, you guys gonna donate?
I became a piece of driftwood.
Oh,
see, Terry?
I'm just gonna go sit over here. I feel unwanted.
I think Terry just screwed it up now because now Ron's gonna be like, well, guys, they're only donating because I'm here.
No, that's something Cambion does. That's something Cambion does.
Steven does that.
You know, not me. I get embarrassed. I don't know.
And then Wednesday you have your normal
on the live, yeah.
Oh,
where is it here?
That's what I have too on Wednesday, 7 p.m. The Space Talk with Jim
Witness
Goodall.
Wednesday.
Unidentified 45.
We're gonna do the next great reset.
The next reset.
So basically, the story is that
actually, before we go, that word that sentence is always used a lot. The next big reset. If people in the chat don't know what that is, when people make that comment, the next big reset, what does that mean?
So it's believed that Earth was technologically advanced many times, and then great catastrophe happened, and we had to start all over again, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And now we're going to talk about when we think it's going to happen again, because global warming, mass displacement, deforestation, holes in the ozone layer. When's the next big reset going to happen, and what could happen? How can you plan for it? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I always think it's kind of important because some people, even though we know what it is, you'd be surprised how many people are like, what are they talking about? Reset, psyops, all these like side words. What do they mean?
Exactly.
So it's always awesome to clear. So guys, beyond that, if everything goes right, people, if everything goes right, if I get all my voices done, I wanted to try to premiere episode 7 cartoon right after Anthony's show on Sunday. So people get warmed up, and I could get it. There's just a couple key players and there's a couple not small roles, but there's a couple I got to get from. But, some key players, if I get it all done, I want to try to shoot for this Sunday after Anthony's show, because I know a lot of you guys go there and you guys get warmed up. And
There you go.
And
is there, Anthony, see, you feel better, Anthony? Mike came to save the day for you.
Attaboy, Long Island. Attaboy, Mike.
Oh, yeah, but I have to say, at least I got $5. That's it.
This guy can't take him anywhere.
I'm just kidding.
What happened? Oh, somebody. Oh, I didn't have it on the chat. Somebody donated?
Yeah, Mike said
just because Anthony is here.
And I'm gonna give a picture tease of what might be coming up this Sunday if everything goes right. Let me present here.
Conundrum.
Share screen, window. Here we go. And let me know if you guys can see it.
Oh, that's great.
Now, guys, that's a
All I know
little
is
thumbnail. Look at that thumbnail, guys. Look at that.
Yeah.
I think you
looks
guys
like Bigfoot gets taken advantage of by Swamp Thing.
That's a little tease for episode 7. If I get all the voices done, I know you guys are like, what the hell? Is this going to be the end of Anthony? You don't know.
Dun, dun, dun. Tune in to find out.
Don't know. And you're not. And look, who's back from episode 3. Alien in Black from the planet Moon. Where we're on the moon, he helped us, to save the world. That's the episode that Anthony saved the world from missiles.
He did that Alien in Black character so good. Yeah, real funny, Ron.
Yeah, I'm just wait till you see it. I'm laughing because I can't give it away. It's just
I'm gonna get pregnant by guppies.
Yeah. What is it? Go in the cave a tight end and leave a wide receiver.
And guys, that alien in black.
If
you guys didn't know, that alien in black picture is based on Anthony's logo.
Yeah, he did a great job.
That's Anthony's logo in effect right there. Now, the only problem I have now is Anthony's going to be like, hey, man, if this cartoon hits it big, I want royalties for my voice, and I want royalties for the alien in black.
I'm not a mutt like that. That would be so cool if this got on Cartoon Universe or something. That would be so exciting.
And this is for me. If somebody could actually make a claim like that, that means you did it. You made it. Like, yeah. Somebody wants more money. Beyond that, that's just a little tease of what's coming up. And I'm telling you guys right now, none of you going to know this story. Even if you watch episode 6, this story is going to be totally different than
this is going to be a really good story.
So beyond that, guys, I hope everybody had a good time today. I had a great time. It's always fun. I love getting these guys' opinions, and some of these videos are my archives. But thing is, I don't know if these guys seen those videos way back in the day. So it's kind of nice bringing them back out and get their opinion. So beyond that, I'll see you guys tomorrow because I will be back at 10 a.m. Pacific time. See you guys later.